not get behind. So we're going to go back to this last rule we just learned, and I need your help. What is it that I am supposed to do if I'm multiplying same bases? What do I do with the exponents?
Add the exponents.
So for those of you watching at home, whenever we're multiplying two bases that are the same, you are going to add the exponents. Because 3 5 times and 3 2 times is 3 to the 7th. Or 5 plus 2 is 7. Now let me remind you, if Mrs. Just is talking, it is very important that your mouth is closed. These kids will not be able to hear me if you're talking. Okay, so here we go. First example, my bases are the same, so what did I do with my exponents? Add them 3 to the 7th. And we said in your calculator, you can press the number 3, press the button with the upward arrow, and then press what number? 7. If you do this in your calculator, you will get the exact same answer without having to press times 3 7 times. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's going to be easy. 21, 87, super fast. Okay? Let's look at B. First of all, do they all have the same base? No. Okay, that means we're going to have to use circles and triangles. Do me a favor right now. Circle your 2's and triangle your 3's. I need everybody to do this right now. Circle 2's, triangle 3's. Okay? Now, since I have friends located, we're going to write our circles first. Here we go. Everybody is writing. My 2 to the 4th times, what is my other circle?
2 to the
negative 2. And let's put parentheses around them because those are friends. Okay? But I still have to write my triangles. So we're still multiplying. What's my first triangle?
3.
3 to the 4th power times what else?
3 to the 2nd.
3 to the 2nd. Put parentheses around those. Okay? Now, inside our first parentheses, do I have the same base?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what am I going to do with these two exponents? Add them. So if you have a calculator, what is 4 plus negative 2?
2.
Positive 2. So I'm going to write 2 to the 2 times, do these have the same base here?
Yes.
Okay, so what do I do with these exponents? Add. So what is my exponent for 3?
3 to the power of 6.
3 to the power of 6.
Can I do all of it?
Can I do anything else? I can't simplify it anymore without using a calculator. Okay, so this would be my final answer. You could use your calculator and get the exact number, but I would have also accepted this. Everybody okay? Was that pretty simple?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now let's take a look at C. I think you guys can do C. Make sure that you circle your friends and put them together first. Go. Try C on your own. So Alvin, you should be circling your friends. Which one is it? Okay? Yes. Yep, got it. Yes, you got it. Okay, because when we did our 2's, this was 4 is right here. Yeah. Okay, guys, that should be plenty of time. So the only ones that are friends were what letter? Q's. So if I were to write those out, how many Q's, what would I do with those exponents? Add them. So how many Q's?
9.
3 plus 6 gives me 9. And then can I do anything with that R?
No.
So what am I going to do with it?
Times R.
R squared. Do I even need to put the dot in the middle? No, because that means the same thing. Do I need to simplify it anymore?
No.
Nope. Done.
Okay, Miss Jess?
Yes. Hang on. Are you going forward?
Just 4 negative 3.
Almost, not quite. Okay, this is just to verify. Hey guys, I didn't ask you to move on because the next one can be tricky. I need to remind you of a very important rule. If there is no exponent, what do you always put? A 1. I need you guys for the rest of algebra. If you're missing an exponent, put it, because it's going to mess you up. So what number goes out to the last in? A 1. You will always put a 1.
Wouldn't it be just
Hang on. Okay? So now, please notice the only two positives that I have are a 3 and a 1. Okay? So if I add those together, I get into the what happens when I add these two together? It's not tricky.
It's 4.
Into the 4 times into the, what's this one? Negative 4. What is 4 minus 4? Into the 0. That is not in. What is anything to the 0 power? 1. So this is what I would check. If you put in, that would be incorrect. Does everybody understand? Okay, you got to be very careful. If it's missing, you put that 1 and you add them all together. Okay, any questions on that one?
No.
Great, let's keep going. Okay, so I told you guys, here we go. If there's not an exponent, what do you always put?
1.
A 1. So let's try this. I want you guys to try A. Notice that you need to circle your friends. Okay, so let's try it.
Oh.
And what do you need to put on that first M?
A 1.
A 1. Awesome. Alright, so how many total M's do you have?
5.
5 M's. And how many N's?
Negative 4.
Okay, so would this be the most simplified version?
Yes.
Whoa.
No.
Would that be the most simplified? What's wrong with it?
It's negative.
It has negative. What do I have to do with anything that has a negative power?
Oh, make it a
Make
fraction.
it.
I gotta put it in the
bottom.
but does my M have a negative?
No.
So where does my M stay?
Right there.
In the top. So I'm gonna rewrite into the 5, it stays on top. And what goes into the bottom? Into the what? 4th. Am I finished now?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I can't do anything else. So how do you feel about that?
It's okay.
Easy, yeah? Okay, so let's try B. I'm going to work it through with you because there's an easy way to do it. Everybody watch. What must I add to the first X?
1.
Okay, so real quick, what is 1 minus 1? 0. What is X to the 0?
1.
Just a 1. So is it true that basically this whole thing canceled?
Yes.
Because anything times 1 is just that thing, right? Did I go too fast?
No.
Okay, good. So now, I have a negative 3 and a negative 4. What do I do with both of those?
Add on.
Add them together. So if you have a calculator or in your head, what is negative 3 plus negative 4? Negative 7. Okay? Is that the way that I write my answer?
No.
What do I have to
Kind
do
of
with
negative.
this?
Put it on your.
Put it in the... So what number goes on top?
1.
Oh, 1. So we have 1
X is
over, what?
X to the power 7.
To the power of 7. How do you feel?
Good.
Get better?
Easy, cheesy.
Here, because I had x to the 1 and then times x to the negative 1. And if you add them together, what is 1 minus 1? 0, which basically means it's over. Yeah. Okay, good question. Let's take a look. We have the sun, and light travels from the sun really fast. Okay? Does everybody feel comfortable with scientific notation?
Yes.
You should have learned it with Miss Harper and Miss Burling and Miss Ortega. I will forgive the first two because I don't know that you learned it. Okay, so here we go. In order to multiply these numbers, they must both be in scientific notation. Okay, is this one in scientific notation?
No.
No, it does not have a decimal multiplied by 10 and an exponent. This is scientific notation. Please keep in mind, you can only multiply them if they are both in the same form. So that means, what am I gonna have to do to this number? Make it scientific notation. Now everybody watch. If you didn't learn it before, watch me now. The only thing you have to do is make your decimal only where there is one number in front. Okay, one more time. You put your decimal where only one number will be in front. Okay, so I have 1.5 because those are the only numbers that matter. Zeros do not count.
I don't have that number up top.
You write
Here?
it. Write it.
I don't know what happened. Can you write it? Can you fill it in for me? This one here? Fill that in your notes because it's missing. I don't know why. Okay, so one more time. To start scientific notation, you must make it have a decimal where only one number is in front. Is everybody okay so far? So I have 1.5 because zeros don't count. And then scientific notation says I have to multiply it by 10. 1.5 times 10. Now, easiest way, count how many times you went from the end to the decimal. How many times did we move?
4.
4 times, so what is my exponent? 4. That is scientific notation. Are there any questions on how to change a big number to this form?
No.
Okay, so now, what was the title of our notes today?
The multiplication of exponents.
Multiplication. What do you think I'm going to do with these two numbers?
Multiply.
Multiply them, but there's an easy way. Everybody watch. I'm going to put my friends together. My decimals go together, and my exponents go together. So here we go. My first decimal was what number? 1.86 times, what was my second decimal? 1.5. Okay, are those friends? Then I'm multiplying them. What was my first exponent term? 10 to the what? 5th times, what's my second one? 10 to the 4th. Now this is the easy part. If you have a calculator, all you're going to do is multiply decimals. What is 1.86 times 1.5? 2.79. Okay, perfect. 2.79 times, what do I do with exponents when they have the same base? Add them together, so I get 10 to the 9. I am done.
A genius.
Okay, so you cannot multiply unless they're in the same scientific notation form. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on rather quickly. Here we go. Finding a power of a power. Please watch. Before, I did not have parentheses. Do you agree? No parentheses, so what did I do with these? Added. Now, I have parentheses, so everybody watch. It tells me that I have 4 to the 3rd, how many times? So I have 4 to the 3rd times 4 to the 3rd, that's 2 times. What is 3 plus 3? 4 to the 6th. Now watch, watch. What could I do with these two numbers to get a 6?
Multiply.
Multiply. So I'm going to tell you the rule. Listen to me carefully. If you are multiplying without parentheses, you add. If you are multiplying with parentheses, you multiply. Did everybody hear the difference? When you multiply without parentheses, you add. When you multiply with parentheses, you multiply. Everybody watch, watch, and then I will let you go. Watch. What is 3 times 0? 4 to the 0, which is 1. Okay, what about 3 times negative 5? Yep, x to the negative 15. Okay, and then I'm still going to write times x to the 4th. Now, without parentheses, what do I do with those two numbers? Add them. What is negative 15 plus 4? But, is it ever okay to leave it at negative?
No.
What do I do with the whole thing? Put it in the bottom. 1 over x to the 11. Does everybody understand what we're doing? Okay? Excellent. Do not leave. Thank you, Ms. Gallagher.